Why me and my daddy turned into Bad Girls Club because both our shit was gone. Bitch, whose shit is that? That's our shit.
Who is that? Oh my God, that's our stuff.
YouTube, what's up, baby? How are you? I know it's been a while, but I lost my voice because my motherfucking car got towed Friday night leading into Saturday morning, right after my show. Go check out my book club vlog. Thank you to everybody who came again. I love you guys so much. That was the best crowd I played for thus far in my life. But I was in the cold because I'm a young ho. And you know, young hoes, we don't have our coats on us. We always leave our coats in the car. The car is the coat. The grandma is the baby. So I left my car in the coat at the Emporium, thinking my car was going to be there when I got back. That shit was gone, bitch. That was at 700 North Sacramento, bitch, in Humboldt Park. And where was I at? At the Emporium in Wicker Park. By the way, never going there again a day in my life because y'all could have easily cut the music off, closed the doors, and told the girls, like, hey, y'all shit getting towed. All y'all shit gone. I don't know how they towed all of our cars under an hour. Mind you, it was a good 15 cars. Like easy minimum of 15. Dare I say even more than 15. And we parked where? In front of the street, on the street where there were no parking meters. I mean, where there were parking meters. So obviously, after 10 o'clock in Chicago, most areas parking is free after 10 p.m. So I park in front of a parking meter thinking, oh, bitch, I'm good. I'm great. I'm dainty. I'm successful. I'm going to have a great time after this beautiful show. I get outside, bitch, why me and my daddy turned into Bad Girls Club because both our shit was gone. Bitch, whose shit is that? That's our shit.
Who is that?
On the tow, on the forklift, out the door, on their way to Humboldt. But I felt like doing a story time, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to say this right here. Never go to Emporium again because y'all don't care about your patrons getting home safely. And also, the city of Chicago, once again, you know, like, I love Chicago so much. We're liberal. We're a safe space city. We are literally going to be like one of the last cities standing. I know when all this shit go down, and it's going to go down soon. I just know it in one way or another. We got too many enemies. We're going to get jumped one day, bro. We're like the bitch that talks shit all the time, manipulate shit, like does sneaky shit, throws rocks and hides her hands in high school, and she usually get, you know, through it unscathed. That one girl in high school who always got through shit unscathed in high school, even though she started everything, was the messiest girl in everything, was the enemy in most people's storyline, was a lot of people's villain origin story. That's our country. And she usually didn't get got until like a month before senior year in high school was over, like a month before graduation, by that one girl who didn't give a damn about her prom, her graduation. She got by that girl, and then all the other girls said, you know what, girl, F it. They can't expel all of us. And then they just pounce on that ass. So it's like, I just feel like a crock pot, like overcooking a pot roast. Like, it's coming. But Chicago's going to be that last lump of meat in the pot roast that magically survived unburned. A little bit bored, a little bit scorched, but like, I have a love-hate relationship with the city because I'm like, y'all could have just gave us tickets instead of towing us, but at least you're liberal. You know, we voted for the lady with the weird laugh. That's not what this video was supposed to be about. You know, I made a video last week. It's doing good. It's doing numbers. This is doing numbers for my page. You know, I only got 1.3 subscribers. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. I love you. About the DL Whisperer. And I feel like I was being a little bit judgmental towards people who are attracted to DL men. I was also holding the DL Whisperer accountable and say, like, hey, the antics and the social media games and the stalking and pulling up to people's houses, there are real consequences to that. That's not just trolling. That's like some shit that can land you with some charges or in jail, as we see toward the headline. However, I completely understand gay men's attraction to DL men, openly gay males' attraction to DL men. Because in gay world, most of us are feminine. You know what I'm saying? We're gay. So, of course, there's always going to be an imbalance of femininity and masculinity. And a lot of us, when we find a DL man that likes us for who we are, we do feel picked. We do feel coveted. We do feel cared for. And we feel that way so much so it blinds us from the reality. The reality being that most DL men are man children. And you're like, bitch, man child, are you Sabrina Carpenter? Yeah, somewhat. Like, if I was Sabrina Carpenter in another life, sure. A man child is somebody who is obviously physically a man, but hasn't had the development that he needs to successfully be a man on a metaphysical level, on a spiritual level, on a mental level. And I think DL grown ass men are definitely man children. Hear me out. If you are somebody who is living and somebody who is being taken care of by somebody who is openly homophobic, openly transphobic, it's probably not the best for you to live in your truth while you are living under their roof. See what I'm saying? And most times those are teenagers, people in the early 20s. If you are DL for that reasons, like my first love, he was DL for that reasons to his family, but he was out to the world as much as you can be. Eventually the lines kind of blur, the paths kind of cross, and eventually you have to come out and work through that. But if you are somebody who is living off of someone like a mom, a dad, a sister, a brother, auntie, uncle, who is blatantly homophobic, blatantly transphobic, and doesn't play that shit at all, you need to remain in the closet. I say this because you have to take care of your essentials, your food, shelter, clothing. If you don't have food, shelter, or clothing on a consistent basis, and you are living off of somebody who's providing either of those three for you, who is blatantly homophobic, blatantly transphobic, has grew up telling you all your life, whether it be subconsciously or consciously, to your face through shade, that they don't fuck with that shit, shut up. Okay, wait till you on your own. Wait till you are an independent woman, independent bitch, independent nigga to be like, oh, by the way, hey y'all, I'm gay. Then it's cool. Or hey y'all, I'm trans. You know what I'm saying? Because what can they do to you? But just spew that hate. A lot of those girls that spew the hate, honestly, they're gonna change their history. They're gonna shift the ways of time and be like, oh, I was never homophobic. I never said anything shady bullshit. All of my family, I told them all. I was like, y'all grew up saying homophobic stuff to me, and that was a part of why it took me forever to come out. And I got some apologies for that. My dad included. He apologized for that. My mom, she's like, oh, I never said nothing to girl. Like, you said some stuff more so like if I was to be in a relationship with a person of the race, but I don't feel like throwing nobody in the bus right now. I wanted to give you all a story time on how I myself have messed with DL men. Okay, I am not innocent. I know I'm 26 and I can come off very unkish to my younger subscribers and the young people who watch me. But believe me, baby, I've been in your shoes before. I have talked to a DL guy. I've entertained DL men, most recently at the age of 24, and I just turned 26. Okay, I'm still in my mid 20s, Bill, and I look about a good 21, 22. But yeah, this guy, we got to go all the way back. We got to take it back to when I was in high school, bitch. My first day of high school was in 2014. Don't I look good, bitch? I gotta take my glasses off to that one, okay? I look damn good. This goes back to my first day in high school. I'm walking in, my outfit ugly, but at the time it was cute. I think my outfit came from DTLR, bitch. You know them little graphic tees that weren't like cotton? They were like, I don't want to say polyester, almost like plasticky graphic tees. Like I wish I could, like almost like a silk satin graphic tee, the ones that take up your whole front. Mine was like a blue tiger, and I had some ugly ass Nikes, but my parents tried to do the best they could. My mama was a teacher, a single mama, okay, taking care of two kids. Um, and I got that shit off the clearance rack. I want to say the Villa or DTLR. I'm pretty sure it was the Villa. Y'all remember the Villa? That's how old I am, bitch. So I'm coming in looking cute. I spot this one dude. My high school for me at 14, oh my God, the upperclassmen were so fine. Even the girls, I'm like, wow, these girls are so pretty, so sexy, so fine. But I'm 14, so I'm thinking anything that's tall, skinny, and cute to Western standards of beauty. Oh my God, so fine. So of course, I eventually, find my way through high school. I'm spending like 2 weeks and some change, literally going to classes and going home. Like I don't know anybody. I know like maybe the 12 people who came from my middle school to my high school, because in my neighborhood it was set up to where if you lived on one part of a block, you went to this high school. If you went on another part of the block, you went to another high school. The middle school I went to, most kids didn't live on the block or the area that I lived in, so they went to Rich Central. I went to Rich East. I really didn't know many people from the middle school that Rich East really housed their high schoolers in. Like I knew some people, but within 2 weeks I was already known as the DL punk that was living in a closet that was made of glass. Like the weird, geeky, gay kid nobody really knows much about. Like that was me, who happened to be cool with all the girls, because all the girls used to let me. Like I was like, oh, cool. But like after school I would just go home and watch my little sister. Like that was all I did. And I was like, damn, bitch, a bitch is like bored. Like damn, this is high school. Mind you, my parents were like, you should play football. Like they really wanted me to play football. They wanted me to go to registration. When I remember going to registration, they were like, it's your last chance, you don't want to do it. And I was like, I'm sure I'll probably get a train wreck on me. No, but like it just wasn't for me. Like, like No. And then the guys on my football team, especially like my first year of high school, they were far from T. I was like, ugh, what the hell? Hell no. Nah. But eventually, during the clubs and activities day, which for some reason came 2 weeks after we all started our class, it should have been like the first week, I come upon the drama club table. I'm like, okay, cool. There's this lady. She seems really nice. She has a beautiful brown and black afro. She has glasses. We kind of look like she could be my auntie or some shit. And so she was like, hey, come to drama club. Can you sing? I was like, yeah. She's like, can you sing some right now? Of course, I sing One in a Million by Aaliyah. She was like, please come to drama club. I'm like, all right, cool. So I come, I had to audition again. For some strange reason, I sang Maya's Moving On because freshmen at the time are only allowed to join ensemble or the choir. You couldn't get lead roles. I changed that. So I auditioned again, got in, started doing plays, started doing rehearsals, and the upperclassmen eventually come in, and we were doing a play called Bud Not Buddy, I believe. It was Bud Not Buddy. Yes, it was such, if you've ever read that book, it is such a sad story. In the fall, we did dramatic pieces. In the springtime, we did musicals. I could not wait for that musical, bitch. I was like, please hurry up and get to the musical, get the off the TV now, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, this shit is so depressing. But one thing about my high school, it was majority black. Like it was black like that. I grew up in a black neighborhood. I went to black schools all my life. I went to a black university. I work at a black university now. Like I'm surrounded by blackness from the minute I was born to present day 26. My neighbors are black. My police officers is black. um, Put a pin in that. So when we were doing plays that required racial tension, we really ain't had no white kids, let alone white kids who wanted to be in drama club. Like most of our white kids was wiggers. They was trapping and drug dealing too and saying the N-word because we was letting that shit pass. Not me though. However, we had some light-skinned brothers within the drama club who we just had to be like, all right, y'all the closest thing we got. Y'all mama a quarter white and it's showing. Y'all gonna be the police officers and anything racist up in this piece. So of course, one of the boys, we gonna call him Tariq. Tariq was light skinned. Tariq was an upperclassman. He was about 17. I was 14. And I was just thinking, like, wow, he was one of those upperclassmen. I was like, you're just so gorgeous. Like, not even in a sexual way. Like, I just used to look up to the upperclassmen. Like, they're so cool. Oh my God. And Tariq, he knows who I am. And we're in the same drama club. And like, we're in the same dressing room. And like, we're getting changed in front of each other. Like, ooh, this is so cute. So Tariq, he's one of those boys, gay banter through and through all the time. And I know from middle school, from elementary school, most of these boys doing gay banter, they're not having the same feelings that I'm feeling. And I can't even have gay banter because I'm known as the kid that everyone thinks is gay. So I just ignore it. I'm like, all right, cool. Gay fishing. Like they gay fish for fun and they think this shit is cool. This shit is sweet until you're actually a teenager growing up with like sexual identity issues like as I was because I was living in a world where you could be anything but gay. My daddy told me that at like a very early age. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just going to ignore this shit as I've been doing for the past however many years you're in high school up until 14, I believe. Like 8 years. Yeah. Yeah. I could be wrong. Yeah. Whatever. So I'm like, all right, he's just one of those gay fishing dudes. I'm talking, they slapping asses and tea bags and, you know, saying, oh, bro, let me massage you, like stupid shit. Like shit that ain't even funny. Like shit that now as an openly gay black man, I don't understand why straight men gay fish. Why do straight men live such homoerotic experiences? Like wrestling, gay, football, gay, UFC, that turns me on. I hope y'all know, like when I'm watching y'all do them UFC matches, I'm like, this shit is kind of sexy. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just being honest with you. The next time you consider doing some MMA, just know you're probably turning on a gay man, whether he's in the closet or not. Now, boxing, I can fuck with that. Like I love watching women's boxing. I love to spar. Sparring don't really do nothing for me, but like if I was to like start being like in MMA or something, just know I'm doing it for the kink. Just being rich. Now boxing, boxing is actually pretty cool. Like I don't know why boxing is just so cool. Like yes, bitch. Like I love watching Clarissa. Like boxing don't get me nothing, but like straight men live such homoerotic experiences. Like from the locker room banter to what they do in public to what they do in private. Child, don't let a football player. He done benefit some pussy. But I was just like, okay, Tariq is one of those kids. He's definitely just a gay fisher. Ignore him. Tariq loved to play fight. And he would play fight with everybody, but he would play fight with me the most. Now, Tariq was at the time, like I said, the epitome of fine, of what I thought fine was in 14 years old. So he was tall, he was skinny, and he was light skinned. Even though I mainly had a thing for dark skinned men, Tariq definitely had a pass. So one day, Tariq and I were wrestling, of course, and he puts me in the headlock. He was like, he goes into my ear and he goes, where do you want it? I'm like, where I want what? He's like, where do you want it? I'm like, because mind you, I'm in a headlock, loving this shit. I'm loving this shit down. He goes, where do you want it? I'm like, man, stop playing with me, bro. Stop playing with me. Like, get off me, bro. And so eventually somebody walks in and he lets me go. Put a pin in that. After that, Tariq kept it so cool off me, bitch. One thing about a DL man, when a DL man is semi-caught, he gonna chill you out on ice, bitch, forever. Like, you are dead to him. So Tariq really didn't fuck with me like that, like on the gay fishing or the play fighting level ever again for the duration of high school. Mind you, like I said, Tariq was a senior. I was a freshman. So really this was my only experience knowing him. After that play was done, he quit drama club. He got into this really big brawl, started a whole riot. But it wasn't his fault from what I remember. He was just defending himself. He was a good kid through and through. And I did not see Tariq again until I want to say I was a freshman in college. I'm in college. And I told y'all, bitch, we had to go back. I'm in college. I'm doing the damn thing. I'm in community college, bitch, because I'm saving my coin. General ed classes cost the same. General ed classes are the same no matter what university you go to. And you might as well save some coin if you want to, boo. Okay, that's why I have this place in this car now. So I'm in community college. I'm doing the damn thing. I'm auditioning, and during one of my auditions, this is back when auditions were in person. I'm coming home or trying to come home. I'm near the train station near West Loop, and I see this nigga in this SRT, black. And he rolled down the window. I'm like, just admiring the car because I'm like, at the time, SRTs and everybody had them bitches. It's an SRT. It's nice. It had like the green little bottom part, like green little outline. And I'm like, all right, cool. Tinted windows, probably a drug dealer, finna go pick up his girlfriend, finna go to STK Steakhouse. Tell me why the SRT pull up on me as I'm approaching the train station from a gig I know for sure I didn't book. I'm kind of down because I know I just bombed this audition. He's like, hey, bro, what's up? And I'm like, bitch, is that Tariq? Bitch, that's Tariq, bitch. Mind you, Tariq even finer because Tariq got a beard. Tariq done muscled up. Tariq still light skinned, but he ain't skinny no more. And it looked like the nigga got a little bit swallow. Hey, Tariq. So I'm like, hey, bro, what's up? He was like, what you want? I'm like, I'm finna go home, hit this trade. He's like, I can take you home. I still stay in Park Forest. I'm like, okay, bitch, cool. Like, stranger danger. Mind you, I haven't seen this nigga in 4 years. This nigga had caught 18 bodies off 11 people, done gave half of his freshman class in college chlamydia. But here I am, a lucky-go-lucky freshman in the middle of Chicago, finna hop in this SRT stranger's car. Yeah, just because I play fought the nigga in high school. I know him like the back of my hand, sure. Mom, I'm sorry if you're watching this. But I get in his car, he takes me home, and I'm like, hey, I just got this call back for this audition, but they want to have it self-taped. I've never done a self-tape before at this time. But Tariq was like, okay, cool. I have a tripod at home. I can help you before I take you home. I'm like, okay, cool shit. Mind you, I'm still thinking Tariq is just a cool, straight guy who used to gay fish a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not thinking much of it. So we get back to his house, and he does indeed still stay minutes away from me. Little did I fucking know. We go into his house, we start doing the thing, not the thing, meaning he starts helping me with my callback that I thought I bombed. And we're just remembering the lines, rehearsing the lines. He's setting me up a tripod, we film. But the whole time when we were filming, he was laying on the couch. His couch. His couch was directly in front of where we set it up at. And he's laying there, feet up, he cracking his toes and shit. I'm kind of getting annoyed because I'm like, bro, like, clearly I'm trying to get out of here. Like, I'm tired. But he's just laying there. He laying there. He looking all fine and shit. I ain't gonna hold you. But like I said, I just assumed that he was a straight man. I really did. He didn't give me the vibe anymore. Like, he wasn't play fighting me no more. He wasn't saying no gay shit. He was just chilling. So I'm like, all right, cool. We're done. He laid on the couch. He was laying on the couch for like a good 10 minutes after. I was like, hey, do you mind taking me home? Bitch, like you said you was gonna do. And he takes me home, and I don't see or hear from him again, like in actual chat for, I want to say, 4 years. Yeah. No. Yeah, 4 years. I was 23 when I found him on Instagram. We followed each other. We would DM each other like funny shit here and there and think nothing of it. It wasn't until he sent me his Snapchat that I started noticing behavior that was very DL coded. And by this time, Tariq has moved to another state. I won't say which state. And he's a police officer. I'm like, okay. I flex, bitch. You told me you wanted to be a firefighter. No, the nigga is a police officer. And the nigga is talking way more heavy to me than ever before. Mind you, he states away, but he visits home often. I'm like, okay, hey Tariq, what's tea? He was like, all right, bro, when we in town, let's grab a drink. That whole let's grab a drink shit used to blow me because every time he would come in town, we'd be this close to grabbing a drink, and then he would ghost me until the next day. Be like, oh my bad, my car broke down. Oh my bad, I fell asleep. My bad, I was with a girl. Oh my bad, like just a my bad ass bitch. I hate a my bad ass bitch. Either you gonna pop up or you not. Okay, until then, shut up. So I'm like, okay. Eventually, I don't take him seriously at all. I'm like, okay, cool, nigga. Every time you say we gonna hang out, we're never hanging out. And I'm not thinking much of it. I'm thinking this is like, because I hang out with straight men all the time. Unfortunately, I give off the energy that I'm a pick me gay and I'm a safe space gay. I am to a certain extent, but don't say nothing homophobic or like, oh, you cool for a gay guy around me because I will check you. But other than that, like, I have tons of straight male and female friends who respect me as I am and not an accessory and don't try to make me like, oh, this is my gay friend. Like, I can hang out with straight people and it'd be no weird shit attached to it. And I'm thinking he just one of those ones. It wasn't until we were having a conversation on Snap where he was like, what we gonna do after this drink? I was like, shit, we can go back to my place. Once again, stranger danger, bitch. You don't know that man from a can of shit for real, for real. You just know his full name and that he used to put you in headlocks in high school. And I'm like, okay, cool. We can go back to my place. He's like, all right, so, what we gonna do at your place? I'm like, nigga, play some Uno, shit, count the stars, and what do you want to do, bitch? And he was like, I'll be play fighting when I'm drunk. I hope you don't mind. I'm like, me too, bitch. I love it. I play fight with my homegirls when I'm drunk. Still, it's not clicking for me. I'm stupid. Like, I'm 24 at this time. Stupid and 24. Frontal lobe, so far away, so far gone. And he was like, usually when I play fight my shorties, I end up fucking them. What the hell to do with me? I mean, yeah, if you want to, like, if that's what you. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Well, you're not fucking me. Cool. I'm gonna beat your ass. It's still not clicking for my stupid ass. Still not clicking. So eventually, after I get ghosted again, after we were supposed to hang out, he hits me up. While I was at the sports center in Orland Park trying to help one of my siblings do something, and we're talking on Snapchat again, and I'm like, bro, you always say you want to hang out, and then you always ghost me. Why is that? And he messaged me back. He was like, I think you know what that is. I was like, no, I don't. He was like, I'm clearly attracted to you. I'm like, you are? No, you're not. Me? I'm like, bro, I've known you since I was 14 years old. I'm now 24. So this was 10 years in the making of you saying like, hey, I'm attracted to you. Why, at your big grown ass age, mind you, he's 28 at the time. He's now in his 30s. Why did it take you so long? He was like, I just wasn't sure if I liked you or not, or if I liked you or guys or not, or just you. And I was like, all right, let me ask you this. Because at the time I'm 24 and now I'm even older. I'm like, bro, have you ever messed with a man before? He says no. Red flag for me for two reasons. Either you're lying and you're trying to have a purity complex, think you can eat in my panties, thinking I'm gonna take your virginity, or you're not lying. And one thing about a man who's never been with a man before, that very first male to male touch that you experience is going to leave you extremely hooked to whoever did the touching or who touched who. I.e., my first love happened to be my first kiss, and I believe that played a big part in him also being my first love. I almost had Stockholm syndrome when I met my boyfriend at the age of 18 and we shared our first kiss. It doesn't even have to be male to male sex. That male to male first contact of affection, like kissing, on the mouth of like that first intimate male to male physical contact, you're gonna be sprung for like a certain amount of time, no matter if you're 37, 27, or 17. At the time, I had a lot going on in my life. I was not trying to have this light skinned man sprung off me who also has like government backing. Like, he's a police officer. Like, if this nigga's like, I want to not spaz. Sorry, y'all. I want to crash out because I done kissed this man and he wanted to off me in my own place. He could do so and probably get away with this. So I'm like, hey, bro, I'm not really feeling you because you're an officer and because you're also older and because you also claim you've never messed with a man. Either you lying or you telling the truth. Either or, I'm not interested for those reasons. But if you get some experience and want to come back, I'm here. No shade. Because like I said, Tariq that nigga is still fine. Like, he's blocked me on everything because a lot of DM men, they get scared. Like, the minute you start applying pressure for real back and like, oh bitch, you're a man too. Like, like the reason the minute you start showing your manhood and start like showing them like, hey, I want you too, a lot of them get scared. And that's what happened with him. Eventually I was like, F it, I don't care if you ain't got no experience or not. I wanted you too. I just know you wanted me, boo. What's up? He blocked me. I promise you that was all it was to it. I did not stalk that boy. I did not expose that boy. I still wish him nothing but the best. I ain't gonna lie, I still check in on his Instagram from time to time, but that's about not his Instagram, his TikTok is the only thing I'm not blocked on. That's really all I do because you have your own journey, you have your own path. I feel like men at a certain age when they are still DL, especially an independent man like himself, He has 2 careers. He's been a firefighter, he's been a police officer, he lives in 2 states. He's doing the damn thing from what I can see. Why are you still having issues with your sexuality? That's something I don't want to invite into my body, invite into my home. Not even just saying that's negative energy. I'm not inviting to my body or to my home, but like inviting confusing energy. A confused man is usually destined for a path of despair and evilness. According to my mom, my mama used to say all the time, a confused man is an evil man, a man destined for wickedness. Like, leave that confused man alone until he finds himself. And a lot of people don't realize, especially a lot of gays, because we are so, like, we are lonely creatures. Like, let's be real. Most gays, whether they admit it or not, we some lonely mofos. I'm one of the lonely bitches, okay? I have a great life, I have great friends, great family, but when it comes to the dating department, because of the strict standards, because I'm not 150 pounds, because I'm not strictly masculine, because I'm not a hood nigga, a lot of people just don't check for me. And because I'm being honest too, I'm attracted to masculine energy. And of course, in gay world, there are way more femme girls than it is masculine girls, and there are way more bottoms than it is tops. And I'm just like, you know what? I got so much going on. I can't focus on, digging through the pile of bushes to find the needle that's right for me. So it leads to a lot of us just being lonely creatures. And when we find that masculine man or that masculine presenting man who gives us an ounce of attention, we become clouded in our judgment and clouded in our intuition, not realizing that that confusing energy that man is fighting through himself, he's putting that energy onto you or into you, into your home, into your body. And I ain't got time for that shit, okay? I'm too grown for it. So I just let that boy live his life from a distance. Is he still fine? Yes. Does he still look in his uniform? Yes. Do I even fuck with the police? Not really. So for those reasons, I'm leaving that man alone. And you should leave your DL man alone too, especially if you're an out punk like me. So that's the moral of this story. Leave that DL man alone. I know, I get it. Like I said, I just spent the last 20 minutes of confessing to you all how fine I have been intrigued with this DL man. But you gotta fight the urge. You gotta fight the power, girl. I understand. I get it to a certain extent, but I'm grown now. And for my sisters who are 18, 23 watching, or even younger, I want you to not make the mistakes or go down the paths of temptation that I've either almost went down or gone down. I have more stories in the future. Make sure you are going into spaces where you are celebrated and not just tolerated. And make sure whatever it is that you want to be, look in the mirror, know that you are already that. So if you want to be that bitch, that Negro, you've been that. If you want to be that toaster Hondic or evergreen tree, sure, be that as well. And until next time, I'll see you later, boo. Love you.
On my way to do an event, and I'm happy.